Bingo.
A number, please, Myra.
2, please.
And Lee, please. The name, please, of the waterway that connects the Aegean and the Ionian Seas.
Corinth Canal.
And a number, please.
Number 9.
Jan, what specific name is given to the science concerned with the surveying and mapping of the Earth's surface? For example, its exact size, shape and gravitational field.
Geomorphology.
It sounds as though it ought to be, but it's actually geodesy. Again, please, Lee.
Number 10.
And Kevin, please. Complete the title of this American best-selling self-help book by Stephen R. Covey, of which over 10 million copies have been sold worldwide. The 7 Habits of... What are the next 3 words to complete the title?
The Housewife.
Highly effective people. Could have been housewife, really. And again, please.
Number 11.
And Myra, please. The River Dove, which flows through Dovedale, forms part of the county boundary between which 2 Midlands counties?
Derbyshire and Staffordshire.
Wow. On we go, Myra.
1, please.
Public houses, Keith. John Manners, an 18th century British Army commander, is commemorated in the names of numerous pubs all over England. Under what title?
Marquis of Granby.
And number, please?
10, please.
And Greek mythology, Kevin. The monster Echidna in Greek mythology was half woman and half what?
Fish.
Snake. Well, we did get there in the end, and it is 12 down, 3 to go. And after the break, Keith Poynton from Sandbach in Cheshire, Lee Smith from Thetford in Norfolk, and Myra Metcalf from Benderloch in Argyll will be here for the final. Do please stay with us.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Keith Poynton, a racecourse representative from Sandbach in Cheshire, Lee Smith, a payroll officer from Thetford in Norfolk, and Myra Metcalf, a retired teacher from Benderloch in Argyll.
Thank you. Welcome back. Keith, Lee and Myra, put your fingers on the buzzers. And we start with the Queen. The Queen owns 2 private residences. Either of the 2, please. Lee?
Sandringham House in Norfolk.
And Balmoral. In which city is the brewer Boddington's based? Keith?
Manchester.
Bingo. What was the origin of the bingo call 7 and 6, was she worth it? Keith?
It's the cost of a marriage licence.
It was 7 shillings and 6pence. He wrote over 600 songs and is also remembered for a work he didn't complete. Myra?
Schubert.
Yes, Franz Schubert. If you sailed due east from Edinburgh, which European country would be your first landfall? Myra?
Norway.
Further south, Denmark. On we go. I need a number, please. Science. All living things contain a small amount of which carbon? A radioisotope. Keith?
14.
Yes, carbon 14. 3 correct answers. Question
Myra,
or
please.
nominate? Myra. In French towns, it is called l'Hôtel de Ville. What is it called in Britain?
A town hall.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
This slogan is from the website of the 300 Group, a British organisation that campaigns for more women where specifically?
In the House of Commons.
Yes, in Parliament. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Architecture. A distinctive feature of some classical Greek temples. What is the triangular structure crowning a portico called?
Pediment.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Astronomy. What's the common term for an object in space whose gravity is so great that nothing can escape from it, not even light?
A black hole.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
A number, please. Space travel. Which Apollo mission was in 1969 the first to land men on the moon?
I don't know.
Apollo 11. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Folklore. They fought until only their tails remained. Cats from where in Ireland? Keith?
Kilkenny.
And question or nominate?
Lee, please.
Which temperature scale begins at absolute 0 and increases by the same degree intervals as the Celsius scale?
Kelvin.
Question or nominate?
Nominate Keith.
Sport. Which event requires 25 laps of the track to complete?
10,000 metres.
Question or nominate?
Myra, please.
Myra, what are Great George in Liverpool, Great Peter in York, Great John in Beverley and Great Paul in London?
Bells.
Yes, cathedral bells they are. And question or nominate?
Nominate Keith, please.
This Dublin-born painter, considered one of the greatest artists of the 20th century, died in the early 1990s. His name, please?
Francis Bacon.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The name of which Asian country is used to denote a letter in the NATO phonetic alphabet?
India.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The Welsh brothers Craig and Scott Quinnell and the English brothers Tony and Rory Underwood. Famous names in which sport?
Rugby union.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Under what circumstances might a woman be entitled to SMP from her employer?
When she's pregnant.
Yes, right, statutory maternity pay. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which film in 1969 starring John Voight and Dustin Hoffman was the first film with an X rating to win an Academy Award for Best Picture?
Midnight Cowboy.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Grammar. You decline a noun. What do you do with a verb?
No.
Conjugate it. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Nuclear power. In the world of nuclear power, what do the initials HWR stand for? Keith?
Hard water reactor.
Heavy water reactor. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. British history. A site 5 miles east of Inverness was the location of the last battle fought. Myra?
Culloden.
Indeed. Question or nominate?
Nominate Lee.
This is the name of which country in its own language?
Japan.
Yes. Again, please.
Nominate Keith.
Keith, please. In the Church of England, a dean is formally styled Very Reverend, a bishop as Right Reverend. What similar style is used for an archbishop? Most Reverend. You have to lose. And I'm back with you, Lee. Question or nominate?
Nominate Myra.
London, Myra. Each child at St Clement Danes Primary School in London is given 2 pieces of fruit following an annual service at St Clement Danes Church. Which 2 fruits?
Orange and lemon.
And question or nominate?
Nominate.
In 1892, the 15-year-old Annie Moore became the first person to enter the United States via its processing centre on an island in New York Bay. Which island?
Ellis Island.
Question or nominate?
Nominate.
What name is given to the day of commemoration in Britain, which falls on the 2nd Sunday in November?
Remembrance Sunday.
Question or nominate?
Nominate.
Who wrote in a poem called Burnt Norton that humankind cannot bear very much reality?
Tennyson.
T.S. Eliot. Again, please, Myra.
Nominate.
The Bible. To which event in the New Testament does the massacre of the Holy Innocents refer?
It's Herod's massacre of all the
Yeah.
innocents to kill Christ.
Yes, the children, yes. Question or nominate?
Nominate.
English counties, Myra. Mablethorpe, Grantham, Skegness. Towns in which county?
Lincolnshire.
Question or nominate?
Nominate.
Which word from Latin meaning evening applies to the daily office that begins in the early evening?
Vespers.
Question or nominate?
Nominate.
Who is this Canadian-born comic actor who plays the spoof spy character and so-called international man of mystery, Austin Powers?
I don't know.
His name is Mike Myers. Now, Lee, 61, of course, a winning score. 2 lives left, 7 questions. On we go. The most famous pair of body snatchers in the 19th century both had the first name William. Their surnames, please.
Burke and Hare.
Geography. Which mountain range forms France's border with Spain and Andorra?
Pyrenees.
From George Orwell's Animal Farm, all animals are equal, but some animals are what?
More equal than others.
British history. Over the Thames, with one's face in the wind, you were almost burned with a shower of fire drops. A comment on the Great Fire of London from which observer of London throughout the 1660s?
Samuel Pepys.
If a member of Parliament applied for the stewardship of the Chiltern Hundreds, what would he or she be doing?
Resigning.
5 offspring from a single gestation are called quins. What is that word short for?
Quintuplets.
Yes, or quintuplets, whichever you like. Nursery rhymes. What could Mrs. Spratt not eat?
Fat.
Lean. Lean.
Nursery rhymes.
Jack Spratt could eat no fat,
That's
his wife
right.
could eat no lean.
Yep.
Anyway, there you are, 121, 10 for that, 131. No place on the finals board, but come and join us again next series. Well done.
Thank you, Bill.
So done, well done. And that's it for this week. We'll be back on Monday. See you then.
Stay with 4. Countdown's up next.